News Central now at this hour begins with developments in Rivers State, where we understand that the Rivers State House of Assembly has rejected Governor Nyesom Fubara's invitation to a meeting, insisting that it must be communicated formally, not through social media. The invitation, issued by the Secretary to the state government, aimed to discuss key issues, including the 2025 budget and lawmakers' allowances. However, lawmakers loyal to former Governor Nyesom Wike dismissed it, with some mocking Fubara in viral videos. Following a Supreme Court ruling affirming their legitimacy, the Assembly had demanded the budget presentation and commissioner nominations. Tensions remain high as the lawmakers' 72-hour ultimatum to the Rivers State Electoral Commission chairman expires today. To discuss this, we're joined by a Public Affairs Analyst, Francis Chilaka. Hello, Francis. Thank you so much for joining us on the news this morning.
Thanks. Good morning.
It's a pleasure to have you. Now, looking at the ongoing tensions between Governor Fubara and the Amaole-led Assembly, let's have your thoughts on the invitation and what it signifies politically. Do you think that it is a genuine attempt, at reconciliation, or a strategic move?
Well, I believe that it was the right thing for the governor to invite them. It shows that the governor is ready to embrace peace, and the governor is also ready to, effect the rulings of the Supreme Court. So I had wished, and I still wish, that the 7 lawmakers will understand the need for there to be peace in Rivers State. Not just because of them, but because of the people of the state. The people of the state are the ones who would suffer any backlog at the end of the day. I'm one of those who believe in it's better for us to judge than to war. And honestly, I do not understand why these 27 lawmakers are bent on going on a war path with the governor. At the end of the day, let us not hope for the worst, but if this thing continues and there's a breakdown of law and order in the state, we know that there will be a state of emergency declared. And then who would benefit? Everybody will suffer it. So I don't know why these 27 lawmakers are behaving like rascals. They should be able to embrace peace and allow peace to reign.
Speaking of how they're behaving, now the lawmakers are also insisting on proper communication channels for the invitation. What are your thoughts, on this? Because last night we did speak to, some analysts, and they say that they talked about a viral video of how some lawmakers were saying they will not attend the meeting, which is scheduled for, 10 a.m. this morning, less than an hour. And, some were even seen mocking him and the rest. Is it a way to avoid engaging with the governor?
I would say that these lawmakers are behaving like charlatans right now. They're behaving like babies. They seem not to understand what democratic tenets mean, and they don't understand what it means to represent the people. So yes, I expect that they would behave the way they are behaving, because for them, they feel that they've gotten victory from the Supreme Court, and all they want to do is to be able to push the governor to a point where the governor will have no say in the state. And, it's uncalled for, honestly speaking. I get so ashamed when I see adults behaving, like babies. And I ask myself, is this the kind of democracy we really want in this country? And then you have, you also have sycophants who will hail all kinds of rubbish. And that's why this country is not moving forward. A lot of us don't speak truth to power. So I would say that these people they're chewing more than they can actually swallow right now. And I would ask them, in the interest of Rivers State, in the interest of the people of Rivers State, they should seek the path of peace and not the path of war.
All right. So in the interest of Rivers State, if the 27 lawmakers decide to reject the meeting, what impact will this have on governance in the state, particularly regarding the 2025 budget and other legislative functions?
Well, if they decide not to embrace peace, It's a pointer to the fact that the Supreme Court has given a wrong judgment. The Supreme Court has on its own created monster in the state. And this is what everybody has feared before now. So what will play out is that there will be a state of anarchy. There will probably be, lawlessness in the state. Don't also forget that non-state actors have been on one side threatening thunder and brimstone. And what I don't want to play out in Rivers State is for it to become an ethnic issue. Don't forget that the current governor is from Ijo, so to say, is from the Ijo area. The deputy is from Ikwere. The Amawule-led house, the Amawule himself is from Ikwere. So what it means is that if they go ahead and impeach the governor, power goes back to Ikwere. And I believe that people from Ijo will not agree. So, there has to be a balance. And that balance is for people to shield their sword. It's for people to throw away their pride and see how they can move forward. And it behoves on the Minister of FCT, who has been the one, bankrolling this set of people, to be able to call them to order. I honestly don't understand why somebody would want to set his own house ablaze and, stand back and watch it burn. So, Wike needs to be called to order. And I'm surprised that Mr. President is not calling Wike to order. He should call Wike to order. This man has been elected as a governor. Whatever you did to help him become a governor, you only had one vote. So, if you say you made him a governor, you were not the one who voted him. You had just one vote. You could have induced people to vote for him, but he is not elected as a governor. Why don't you allow him to function as a governor? Why do we keep having, godfatherism trying to derail our democracy in Nigeria? It is really a shameful one.
Okay, now for the sake of balance, because, most people have already predicted that this meeting this morning might not hold, but it's likely to be rescheduled. What challenges could arise in the negotiation process, particularly regarding the Assembly's demands for a budget presentation?
Yes, well, they've demanded for it, but it's also subject to negotiation. And you cannot negotiate if you don't sit on a round table. Yeah. So they must create the enabling environment. The governor has opened his arms and invited them for a dialogue. So they must also reciprocate that by accepting that invitation, and sit down with the governor and hear what he has to say and find a way. There must be a way out of this crisis. There must be a way. There is no crisis without a solution. But it's just when people don't want to have a solution and they feel that, they are above the law or that they have so much power, they try to abuse it. They say power corrupts, absolute power corrupts, absolutely. It is that absolute corruption that this 27 lawmakers are exhibiting right now. But I would appeal to them. Let peace reign.
All right, well, thank you so much, Francis, for your time and also for speaking to us on this.
You're welcome.